Hi, my name is Angela, and in this video I'm going to be talking about my recent graduation from pharmacy school, and I'm going to cover just some big takeaways that I have from school in the past 6 years that I've done pre-pharmacy work and pharmacy school coursework. I'm going to be entering into residency here next month in just a few short weeks, and that's going to be an ambulatory care focus, and I'm just doing these videos just to hopefully help out anyone who could benefit from hearing from a student's perspective going through it. And yes, I'm sitting on my floor in my room because this is a low production type of video channel, so it is what it is. But some of my favorite moments from pharmacy school, I have to say, were student organizations. They were some of the best times that I had because they really broke up the day when I was doing coursework and other kind of boring pharmacy material at times. They helped me meet other people and break up my day to where it was more enjoyable doing pharmacy and schoolwork. I got to be creative. I got to give back, which was very rewarding through different volunteer work, giving back to the school as well, helping them with some of their programs and functionings, and then just getting to just be all together. I know we were all together in classes, but a lot of times students wouldn't show up. So at times for student organizations, though, people would show up, and getting to be in those settings either with other leaders as part of a team or just even as a general body meeting, it was a really fun experience. As I was thinking back, some of my favorite memories were just laughing in class at certain things that would happen. The teachers, the classmates, we'd do something stupid and we all just laughed together. After tests, just de-stressing and just venting about the test and how stressed we were during it. Those were some really fun moments. And then just getting to explore a lot of different areas of pharmacy and medicine. It's just so amazing how many different fields there are within medicine and pharmacy. Everything is so complex, and you think you know something, and then you hear someone talk about it in a completely different way, and you don't know something. So it's just amazing, the science and the complexity that exists in pharmacy and healthcare. So that was a big takeaway for me. And then I just formed a lot of valuable relationships with my teachers, with my coworkers, with my patients. I have countless stories that I can recall from these past 4 years, and I just felt true connection with a lot of patients, teachers, and classmates, a lot of great friendships. Not sure I'll be friends with everyone for the rest of my life. I think when we leave high school, we think, oh, we're gonna be friends forever. Maybe we won't be friends forever, but I'm sure that I will look back on these relationships for the rest of my life and always value them. So a lot of great moments. I thought about things I would tell maybe a P1 student going into it. And to start with that, I would just say things that I wish I would have done. I would have relaxed a little bit more. I really wanted to make sure I learned the material and that I was trying my best during this crucial time, and then I could relax later after I got out of school. But I wish I would have scheduled in just at least one, maybe twice a week of just complete de-stressing time with no pharmacy talk at all. So 1 to 2 hours, 1 or 2 times a week, hanging out with people, going to see a movie, walking, taking a walk outside, which is completely non-pharmacy related things. That would have been a great break. I would have shut off my phone in class. It's so easy to get distracted by your phone in class, and made better use of my class time. So one thing I definitely would have done. And then I just wish I would have pushed myself more with my rotations when it came to choosing my rotations. I kind of realized that I put that on the back burner, and I should have challenged myself clinically by choosing rotations that were in very, academic focused areas, or, like a big academic medical center or something like that, where they would have had a lot more opportunities to branch out. And I went to very rural opportunities, which was cool and unique, but I don't think it pushed my clinical skills as much. And I guess I would have liked to do that in pharmacy school because it would have made me feel more confident in other areas. I thought about skills that I would use going forward from school. I definitely developed a lot of leadership skills. So if you're going into pharmacy school, you will have a lot of opportunities for that in a lot of different ways. Class leadership, student org leadership, leadership on rotation. In a lot of different ways you can be a leader in your work setting. So don't be afraid, even if you feel like you can't do it. And some of the greatest leadership roles that I got into were when other people came to me and said, hey, I feel like you would be great for this position. And I was like, what? No, I won't. But I listened to them, and I thought that they knew better than me, and they did. So if someone tags you and says, hey, I think you're great for this position, you should apply, just apply, and then, see how it goes, because likely you are a good fit, and people probably know you a little better than you know yourself. I will take mentorship as a skill, I guess, or a concept when I go into residency, because I realized how important it is to help people who are coming after you, to build them up and to give them help that only someone in your shoes can really provide. You know, it was so helpful from mentors above me, you know, as I was a P1, talking to P2s, P3s, P4s, and so on. Just so helpful because only they could really understand what had happened to you in the couple years that's ahead and behind. And as pharmacy schools change and curriculums change and the profession changes, it really is true that only people who are in it in the here and now can understand it, which is partly why I'm doing the channel, because I feel like it's a way to help people who are going through that process stay as current as possible, because sometimes you're the only one who can give that advice and expertise. So mentorship, I feel like, is very important. Work on your communication. Try to do it in person as much as you can, because that'll prevent miscommunications, and over communicate and make sure everyone's on the clearest page as possible, again, to prevent miscommunications, which could pose a lot of problems. And then I tried to stay really ahead of deadlines and planned ahead, which I think helped me out a lot and helped me prevent getting any late work, or when things had to change, I already had a lot of the stuff figured out, so I just had to make minor changes. It didn't throw off my whole schedule. I would do that, but the one thing I would not do is study. I usually study very far ahead in advance, and sometimes for the best learning experiences, you should just study right before. So if you're going to have a kind of a clinical scenario that you're going to work through as a class, I would do that maybe a couple days before, but I should have done it like the night before or the morning of. And I noticed some other students did that and they had a lot better learning experience. So something I would do differently. But if I was a new P1 student and if I was trying to do it again, I would meet more people, ask them of their experience and their advice. Don't be shy. A lot of people probably want to talk about what they would tell you. I mean, look, I'm doing this video trying to tell students what they should do differently. So ask people and don't be afraid. Keep an open mind. They always will tell you that. You never know what you're going to get into. So consider a lot of different options, but I would also say, like, go with your gut. You know, people are just going to keep telling you to do things, but you know yourself the best. So if you feel like you're pretty sure that it's not for you, a certain opportunity or a career path, go with your gut. Don't do it. It's okay to say no once you're pretty sure where your best fit is, because you probably could do a lot of different jobs, but where are you where's your best fit at? I would push your academic achievements if you can. Shoot for going into ROCAI, the academic honors program. You may not be too far from getting it, and I remember as a P1 we had a panel of ROCAI members, and it was very inspiring, and I thought, I would love to be on the panel, and I ended up doing it later. So you just never know. Hard work will pay off most of the time, so it's very rewarding at the end to have had that achievement. And again, sometimes you think, oh, that'll never be me, but if you try for it, you never know, you might get it. And the last thing I would tell a P1 student, it's okay to take a pause in all of your goals, all the things we mentioned. It's okay to take a pause in those. If you need to do something for your personal life or your mental health, it's not going to make or break your life if you graduate. What will make or break your life is if you let yourself get so bogged down or so mentally overwhelmed by everything and you don't take time to care for yourself. You compromise your health, you could compromise your life. So make sure that your well-being is a priority. As I mentioned at the beginning, I wish I would have just taken a little bit more breaks just to enjoy things. And I ended up okay. I pushed myself and did all right, but I wish I would have recognized that some of the school-related goals I've had could have been put on the back burner, and I probably would have been better off for it. But yeah, I think a lot of people sometimes see, if they let their academics go, that they're a failure, and you're not. You matter even if you don't have academic success all the time. So that's just kind of a reflection. I graduated pharmacy school, so I'm now a Doctor of Pharmacy awardee, and I'm going to go take my tests and then eventually be a licensed pharmacist. But hopefully this advice was helpful. If you liked it, go ahead and like the video, share it. If you think it was helpful, share it with someone else, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.